President Joe Biden's nearly $106 billion aid package for Ukraine, Israel and other needs remains dormant in Congress. Neither approved nor rejected, but is subject to new political demands. Republicans are insisting on U.S. Mexico border policy provisions in exchange for new funding for Ukraine to fight Russia. Washington. As war and winter collide, top aide to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy warned during a recent visit to Washington that the days ahead are a time when his country is at war with Russia and U.S. support from Congress is uncertain. He acknowledged that it's going to be difficult. President Joe Biden's nearly $106 billion aid package for Ukraine, Israel and other needs is sitting idle in Congress. Neither approved nor rejected but facing new political demands from Republicans who insist on changes to U.S. Mexico border policy to stem the flow of migrants. Linking Ukraine's military aid to U.S. border security puts immigration and border crossings, one of the most contentious domestic political issues, at the center of an intensifying debate over wartime foreign policy. Biden's request will be high on the to-do list when Congress returns from recess next week. And the stakes couldn't be higher. Failure risks delaying U.S. military aid to Kiev and Israel in the midst of two wars, as well as humanitarian aid to Gaza, potentially damaging America's global standing. It's coming a very important time, said Luke Coffey, a senior fellow at Hudson Institute, who recently hosted the Ukrainian President's Chief of Staff, Andriy Yermak, debate in Washington. We're running out of money, Coffey said in an interview. The overwhelming support for Ukraine's young democracy, which just a year ago allied with the West to stop Russian President Vladimir Putin's invasion, has turned into another partisan fight in the United States. Members of Congress overwhelmingly support Ukraine and embrace Zelenskyy as he did last December, when he made a surprise visit to give a hero's welcome. But continued U.S. military and government aid is gaining favor with far-right Republican lawmakers and some Americans. Instead of approving Biden's request for $61 billion for Ukraine, Republicans are demanding something in return. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky said best way ensure GOP support for Ukraine is for Biden and Democrats to agree border policy changes that would limit the flow of migrants across Mexican border. It's connected, he said in an interview with the Associated Press. To end, a core group of senators, Republicans and Democrats, are meeting privately to find a border policy solution that both parties can support and would free up GOP votes for Ukraine aid. On the table are asylum law changes pushed by Republicans that would make it harder for immigrants to enter the U.S. even if claim they are in danger and reduce their ability to be released on parole while await judicial proceedings. Democrats essentially call Th.